I think whether or not people need to be convinced that toys can be art just depends on what a lot of people consider art. Oftentimes, what's art to one person is trash to another. I take prefabricated toys and customize them with my own aesthetic. And originally, my passion for this came from collecting toys. I've always been a huge toy collector, and I've always been into art. I've been drawing since I was a little kid. So once I found that there are designer toys that were specifically made as canvases for artists to apply their aesthetic to, I instantly got hooked and started diving headfirst into it and making my own. My favorite toy as a kid was G.I. Joes, 100%. I didn't grow up with a lot of money, and G.I. Joes were actually really affordable. They're $3.25, and I could save up money really quick to get those, and ended up getting quite a big collection when I was a kid. The blown away aesthetic is a style of art that I created using resin and acrylic paints that, when applied to whatever canvas I happen to be working on, gives it an illusion of a windswept effect, and also is meant to look as if it's blown glass when it's not. The first piece I created was squirters. I remember it distinctly because I was actually inspired by a funny picture that I saw on the internet, which was a squirrel with a rocket pack and a machine gun, and I thought that was really hilarious. So I ended up creating the Askew Rangers, which were heavily armed creatures from the forests of the future who, are kind of fighting for survival. And so the first toy I ever made was a customized kid robot Tricky, which looked somewhat like a squirrel that was, heavily armed and pretty badass, and made a whole series of those actually. That's kind of where I started. Next 10, 20 years, I see my art evolving into thousands of different things. I mean, I already have a ton of different ideas that I want to implement that I just don't have the time to now. With every piece I do, I like to raise the bar and make it better than the previous piece that I've done. So with every piece that I do, there's an evolution. And so if we were to go 10, 20 years into the future, I could see it tackling huge statues and tackling huge walls and maybe even cars. I mean, who knows? The ideas are endless when it comes to my particular type of aesthetic with Blown Away, because I could apply it to anything. So it's really exciting.